Yo, what's up, guys? We got the outgoing DNC chair pushing back against calls for Democrats to abandon identity politics. And I want to show you guys this video real quick, and then we'll get it into the speed reader mode where everything's all clean for you. But yo, man, the Democrats cannot let go of this social division tactic. And y'all don't realize they've been using it since, man, early in the 20th century. I think it's like before the halfway point of the 20th century, like the 40s or something. I know Lyndon Johnson, what was his quote? "I'll have these N-words voting for me for the next 100 years. Bro, the Democrats were the party of slavery. The Democrats were the party of classism. Dude, look into the history, guys. There was no flip between the parties. That entire thing was an intentional PR game by the Democrats at the time. They've always been the party of elitism. But man, even now, even as they're losing the culture, the head of the DNC goes, no, identity politics is our bread and butter, y'all. No, we can't drop that. It's insane, dude. It's insane. So let's look at this little video intro real quick, and then we'll get into the article.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI as it's known, appears to be going a bit out of style. The University of Michigan on Thursday announced that it is slashing the diversity statement requirement from its hiring process. It is also considering a broader move away from DEI policies. In other words, they're no longer demanding tenured and incoming faculty to outline how they would promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in their teaching. The decision comes as the university joins other schools in overhauling sprawling DEI programs. These statements are credited with helping public universities build more diverse faculties, but critics maintain that DEI is a form of compelled political speech that is often used to evade legal restrictions on affirmative action.
At least 9 states have banned DEI requirements per the Chronicle of Higher Education, with my home state of Wisconsin as well as Ohio and Missouri axing them from public universities last year. MIT in Massachusetts and Harvard's Faculty of Arts and Sciences have as well. But students who have directly benefited from diversity-geared programs fear that chipping away at them will hurt lower-income students. University of Michigan undergraduate student Mary Battle told the New York Times that DEI programs are the reason she is able to attend the school. Astronomy professor at Michigan posted on Blue Sky, quote, "A cowardly and unjustifiable intrusion into hiring practices and rubrics that should be set by departments according to their needs and missions, not administrative fiat."
Ridiculous. Oh my, they always use this emotional rhetoric. They get so intense with the emotional rhetoric. That's where you lose me. As soon as you start embracing all of that emotional rhetoric, I am out, dude. I am out, man. Yo, let's hit the speed reader. Let's get this nice and cleaned up. The Hill, Democratic National Committee DNC Chair Jaime Harrison, whose 4-year tenure expires at the end of the year, urged Democrats to push back against calls to abandon identity politics. Harrison drew on his identity as a black man as he delivered remarks to the state Democratic chairs in Arizona on Thursday. "When I wake up this morning and I look in the mirror and I step out of the door, I can't rub this off. This is who I am," he said, motioning around his face. The Associated Press reported, "This is how the world perceives me." Bro, you are in a psychosis, man. I'm gonna tell you right, maybe it's just where I come from. I come from a very diverse area. Maybe that's just where I come from, man. But dude, nobody cares, dude. Nobody gives a crap. Dude, it is so annoying, dude. And also, what do you mean? You step up in the morning and you look in the mirror. Is that the main thing you do in the morning? You wake up and you just stare in the mirror, bro? Because, dude, these people, these race-baiting people, man, that's my opinion of them. My opinion is they must wake up in the morning and be like, dude, man, everything is all about my image. Everything is all about how I look. Like, how do I manipulate the people around me to increase my status? I swear, I think it's like some sort of psychopathic or sociopathic tendency to try to use the language of empathy to increase your status around others, man. And it's just like, dude, like, is everything about your race, bro? Come on, man. That's my identity. And that's not politics. It's my life. Yeah, but you're bringing it into politics day in and day out, and you're making the entire political conversation about your identity. So what are you talking about? And I need to stand up for me, and I have to recognize that. You cannot run away from that. What? Democrats have questioned their messaging and are seeking answers following widespread election losses last month, especially as the GOP prepares to take full control of government in January. Bro, the problem is you trying to use me statements to guilt other people, bro. You trying to say, I'm a victim this, I'm a victim that. Yo, you owe me this for whatever happened to my ancestors hundreds of years ago, that. Dude, come, look, if you want to talk about equity and decreasing the income gap, and if you want to talk about how you can, hey Zeta, bad girl, stop it. My dog's messing with me again. If you want to talk about how you can increase class mobility and start bridging the gap and the divide that was created during these classist time periods, then you absolutely can start having that conversation. But it's not centered around identity, and it's not centered around identity politics. It's centered around education. See, the real class disparity and the real economic disparity is created through educational disparities, not through everything's my race. Give me money because my race. Dude, if you give people money that don't have the education on how to use that money, it's going to go. It's going to disappear, and it's not going to do anything to help them, man. It's going to end up in some scam artist hands, and who knows how they're going to use that financial wealth and that power that it gives them. Harrison, in an interview with the Hills, the switch up earlier this year, stressed the vitality of black voters in the 2024 election. He's absolutely right about that. The key voting bloc largely supported President Biden in 2020, but President-elect Trump was able to make inroads with black men in particular this cycle because it's not all about race. And you guys have played that card decade after decade after decade while pushing your social agenda as it works for you and giving the people that voted for you in your bloc nothing but dog bones and tiny little kickbacks in return just to keep them from squirming too much. And you think they're not going to notice. You think they're not going to notice, but they did. And now you don't know what to do about it. Since former President Obama's first election in 2008, Democrat support among black men has been slipping. You know why? Because Obama didn't do nothing for the black community. Dude, they thought this is our man. We're getting our man in. Turns out he's tangentially, literally biologically related to the Bush family. And at the same time, he didn't do nothing for the community. So not only did he do nothing for the community, but he also was an example on how looks can be deceiving. And you think you're picking an outsider. You think you're picking the first black dude after a long history of white guys. And he turns out to be literally a part of the same agenda, a part of the same cabal, up with the same people. You know what I mean? And of course, it's going to disillusion the black vote. And they're not going to trust you anymore after that. Dude, what was the difference in foreign policy between George Bush Sr. all the way through to Obama? Think about it, man. George Bush Sr., his foreign policy set the groundwork for Clinton. Clinton set the groundwork for everything we did post 9/11. George Bush Jr. set the groundwork for all of the transition of using that terrorist combating that information, the whole digital operations and digital intel gathering system that they created to combat terrorism after 9/11. That was all set up, and Obama perfectly took it and turned it domestically on the American people, man. Dude, there's no difference between the left and the right. They were all working together the whole time, and you can't tell me they weren't when you look at how each policy platform built perfectly for the next, and it all was all along the same agenda, all along the same trajectory. Exit polls have shown that while 80% of black men backed Biden in 2020, that number fell from 82% who supported the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in 2016. She was a warmonger, bro. She wanted to bomb China. Dude, she was like, look, if we so much as get cyber attacked by China, nuclear weapons gotta be on the table. Dude, she had no idea how to project strength in a believable way that didn't seem so off the top that it's like, dude, I genuinely think she would have gotten us into a mess, setting some crazy red lines, and then feeling like she had to follow through with them in some ways that escalated tensions on the geopolitical stage like we'd never seen before. That's why people didn't support Hillary Clinton, not to mention Benghazi, not to mention her server, not as she was head of the State Department that China had access to, while she's sitting there pretending to be so hardline with China. She's selling them information on the side that gets Benghazi destroyed, that gets people killed in Benghazi. dude, man, come on, man. Hillary Clinton's support was also significantly lower than Obama's 95% in 2008, with 87% supporting her, with 87% supporting his re-election bid in 2012. Dude, no wonder, man. Come on, you guys have had the Democrats have had horrible candidates for the past 15 years, man. And they've gone so far away from any policies that any sort of classical liberal can even tangentially convince themselves they relate to in some way that it's not even recognizable, man. Like, where are you going to get your support, dude? On the campaign trail, Obama also called black men to turn out for Vice President Harris, though he received some backlash for the remarks. The race to replace Harrison as DNC leader is already underway, with the election set February 1st. The current leader said his muzzle will come off after the next chair is announced, adding that he has grievances that need to come out. Yeah, bro, because it's all about you and your identity. It's not about the community. It's not about representing anybody other than you and your squad and your team and your new tribalistic, fad, bro. Man, that's it for you all, he added later as he wrapped his speech up Thursday, because I'm saving the rest for my book and I'm naming names. What a narcissist, dude. Yo, man, the Democrat Party has become a feeding ground for these types of narcissists and these sociopaths, man. See, dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. These people are manipulating you. They are trying to increase their personal status and their personal wealth, and they realize that the victim narrative is the way to do it, man. They literally are failing upwards, man. Don't let these people continue to manipulate you, man. This language of empathy, dude, we gotta drop it. We gotta have a more grounded perspective. I know life isn't hard for us anymore, and what a blessing, but dude, we gotta at least pay some sort of emotional homage to the type of ferocity that built the safety blanket that we live in today. Otherwise, we're gonna lose everything and all the understandings that came with it, that created the sustainable society we have the benefit of consuming right now. Dude, I mean, seriously, guys. Anyway, see you on the next segment. Really appreciate y'all. Just wanted a quick laugh at this dude, man. DNC still doesn't get it. They still don't get it. Dude, double down, triple down on identity politics. See where it gets you guys. For real. Anyway, see you on the next segment, guys.